Imagine a son, now an adult, who still feels the pull of his mother's influence with every decision he makes. Whether it's choosing a career path or figuring out how to navigate relationships, there's a sense of hesitation. The constant need for approval from his mother has left him stuck in a cycle of submission. This struggle is more common than you might think, especially for sons raised by dominant mothers. While these mothers may have the best intentions, their overbearing influence can cripple their sons' ability to lead, make decisions, and trust themselves. So, how do these sons break free from this pattern? The journey is long, but not impossible. It starts with understanding the roots of this behavior and actively working towards independence and self-assurance. From an early age, a dominant mother takes control of her son's life. She makes decisions for him, believing she is protecting him or guiding him toward success. But over time, this control morphs into something more suffocating. A son who has never been allowed to make decisions on his own begins to believe that he can't. He starts to rely on his mother's judgment, feeling as though his own decisions are less valuable. This overprotection, disguised as love, prevents him from gaining essential life skills like problem-solving, risk-taking, and decision-making. What starts as a well-intentioned desire to protect becomes a force that inhibits the son's growth, making him feel inadequate and fearful of making mistakes. As he grows, he may even start to internalize this dependency, questioning his own ability to navigate life independently. As these patterns of submission continue, the son's sense of self-worth often becomes tied to his mother's approval. Sons raised in this environment may struggle with self-doubt because their confidence has never been allowed to develop on its own. Every decision, every move, is filtered through the lens of what his mother would approve of, leaving him unable to trust his own instincts. This dependency creates an internal conflict where the son yearns for independence, but fears the rejection or disapproval that comes with stepping out from his mother's shadow. This fear of rejection can paralyze him, leading to a lack of assertiveness in his career, relationships, and personal goals. In relationships, this dynamic can be even more damaging. The son may find it difficult to balance the needs of his partner with the ingrained patterns of submission he learned from his mother. He may either become overly submissive, unable to assert his own needs, or overly dependent on his partner for validation. This not only causes strain in relationships, but also perpetuates feelings of inadequacy and fear of failure. The pattern of submission to his mother follows him into adulthood, affecting his ability to lead and take responsibility for his own life. Breaking free from this cycle of submission and reclaiming autonomy is a challenging but essential journey. It starts with recognizing the issue. Sons need to understand that their fear of decision-making and their overdependence on their mother's approval are not signs of love. They are patterns that need to be addressed. Acknowledging this is the first step toward change. Once they recognize the problem, they can begin the process of separating their identity from their mother's expectations. This means redefining their role in the family and understanding that they don't need to please anyone but themselves. Setting boundaries is crucial for reclaiming independence. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's essential to communicate clearly with their mother that they are capable of making decisions on their own. Sons need to practice saying no when their mother oversteps, even if it feels difficult. These boundaries are necessary for re-establishing control over their lives. Sons must start making decisions for themselves, starting with small, everyday choices. The more they practice independent decision-making, the more they will build self-efficacy and trust in their own judgment. As confidence grows, sons can take on larger, more significant decisions, reinforcing the idea that they are fully capable of navigating life without relying on their mother. Therapy or counseling can also play a pivotal role in breaking the cycle. Therapy provides a safe space to explore the deep-seated emotional patterns that have been ingrained over years of overbearing control. A therapist can help sons unpack their fears and insecurities, offering tools to help them develop healthier coping mechanisms. Therapy can also help sons confront the feelings of guilt that often arise when trying to assert independence from a dominant mother. With the right guidance, therapy can accelerate the process of self-discovery and personal growth. Mothers also play a crucial role in this process. For mothers who recognize that their controlling behavior has hindered their son's growth, there is hope for change. The first step is to acknowledge that their son's independence is vital for his development. It's not a rejection of their love, but an essential part of his growth. Mothers must learn to step back and allow their sons to make decisions on their own. This might feel threatening at first, as it challenges the role they've played for so long. However, supporting their son's independence and celebrating his ability to make decisions will ultimately strengthen the relationship and allow both mother and son to grow in a healthier dynamic. Encouraging their sons to make decisions and take responsibility for their lives is an important step for mothers. Instead of offering unsolicited advice or stepping in to solve problems, mothers should support their sons by giving them space to make mistakes and learn from them. By stepping back, mothers give their sons the freedom to develop the skills they need to become confident, independent leaders. Fathers also play a crucial role in this journey. Fathers can model balanced leadership and independence, helping their sons understand that they are capable of making decisions and leading their own lives. Fathers should actively encourage their sons to take on more responsibility, whether it's through work, education, or relationships. When fathers support their sons' independence, it helps them break free from the cycle of dependence that often develops in mother-son relationships. While it's challenging, the journey from submission to leadership is possible. It requires recognizing the patterns of control, setting boundaries, and rebuilding self-confidence. Sons who are able to break free from their mother's influence will not only transform their own lives, but also create healthier, more balanced relationships for future generations. By encouraging autonomy and supporting each other in this process, families can foster a more harmonious environment where everyone, mothers, sons, and fathers, can thrive as independent, confident individuals. This transformation is not easy, and it takes time. However, with consistent effort and support from family members, it is possible to create a life that is not dictated by the patterns of the past. Sons who reclaim their independence and leadership abilities will be empowered to live life on their own terms, making decisions that align with their goals and desires. By doing so, they set a positive example for future generations and contribute to a healthier, more balanced family dynamic for years to come. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on building strong, independent relationships. Let us know in the comments, have you or someone you know struggled with this dynamic? How did you navigate it? Let's continue this conversation and support each other in creating healthier family relationships.